it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait.
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Hey Braves Nation, welcome back to this edition of the Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Coach Rachael Smith, and today with me I have two very special guests, senior Dakota Spurrier and sophomore Mia Solstead. Welcome, girls.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're just gonna talk about some life, get to know you guys a little bit more. We are really excited with the girls basketball program and where we're at currently in the CHL. We had another game, actually two more games since we've last talked. We had a tough one against Reading, which we were able to pull out, and we had a win last night against Finneytown. So we're doing really good. Dakota, how do you think the season's going so far?
It's going really, really well. I mean, we had a bit of a hard struggle at first, but I think that's kind of expected, kind of new team, new dynamics. So, yeah, I think it's going really well now with CHL time.
Absolutely. What about you, Mia?
Definitely. I mean, I think we are definitely smaller in numbers, but we're closer as a team. So it's definitely helping us.
We are. We are small in numbers, but mighty in heart and willpower. So Dakota, something that is really interesting to me about you is basketball is actually not your #1 sport. You have recently signed to commit to play volleyball at the Division I level. Tell us where you're going and what that looks like for you.
So I'm going to be playing at the University of North Florida. I'm really, really excited. They're a good school with a good program. I don't know, I'm just really excited to get down there.
What position do you play in high school, and will that be the same in college?
So in high school I play outside.
Okay.
And 6 rotation. So in college, I'm looking to play 6 rotation. I mean, that's like a big goal to like play the entire time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of now just like working on that and at the gym and whatnot. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what motivates you to compete at the Division I level? Is that just a goal or a dream that you've always had?
Yes, it's just been a goal since I was on like the 3 team of my 15 season. I was like, oh my God, I want to play at that level. Like, what do I need to do? And I think it's just my competitiveness of like, I want to win and I want to be the best. So,
yeah, absolutely. So how do you think, playing volleyball, competitive volleyball, obviously at a high level, helps you on the basketball court?
I think just having that competitiveness, honestly, that's how I am in basketball. Like, I want to win.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever it takes. I know, like, one of the games, like, I was riled up and I had so much energy. I was like, I can just keep going. And against that Madeira game. So, that's just
I would say, you're just kind of a winner through and through. And someone else who knows a lot about winning and overcoming is Mia. Mia, why don't you tell us a little bit just kind of about your journey and the obstacles that you faced and where you're at now?
Yeah, so I tore both my ACLs about 7th, 8th freshman year grades. Those are about it. Almost back to back, so it was not a very fun experience. I missed a lot of basketball and had a lot of PT. But I overcame both of those, even though it was definitely a struggle. But I think now, like, when we're running sprints in practice or in a game and it's like it's close, I have to like remember, like, I've been through worse. I always tell myself, like, you've been through worse pain, like, you can run this sprint, like, it is okay, you can get through it. And like, I also know, like, if someone else is injured, like, I'm playing for them because I know how badly they would want to be on the court.
Yeah, definitely. I know we've kind of walked through that together a little bit, and anybody who knows Mia knows how much of a positive light she is. She just exudes energy. We always talk about being an energy giver, not an energy taker, and Mia is just an energy giver, constantly talking, always encouraging. So where do you think all that positivity comes from?
I mean, I think I've just seen, like, you can see, like, from watching, I've watched so much, and like, I can see how negative energy can bring down a whole entire team, and it's always important to, and I had to learn how to be, like, always cheering, always that, so I think it's just stuck with me from my injuries.
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about perspective, right? I don't have to, but I get to, and I think just shifting that in our minds is so helpful. Mia, you're fantastic and awesome, and I always tell you the fact that we're here and we're on the court and we're doing things is such a bonus, so that's awesome. So Dakota, obviously being a multi-sport athlete, exams coming up next week, that's a lot on your plate. Tell us a little bit about how much time you spend practice, whether it's basketball and volleyball, and kind of where you fit homework and studying into that.
Yeah, recently it's been a bit of a struggle with all the sports going on. With my new schedule, I'll do basketball and some of even lifting, so that's 2 hours, and then I have to go home, quickly eat, and then I'm off to volleyball for another 2 to 3 hours. So it's a lot, but I like doing it. It keeps me going. In terms of trying to study and get work in, sometimes a catch up, but when I have the time, like
Yeah.
I want to sit down and like understand it. I think that's the worst thing when I'm in a class and like I don't understand it. I hate it. And I like, want to spend the time. So yeah, it's just finding that time to.
And I think
get work
understanding
done.
anything, I think that's a lot like basketball, right? Everything is a layered effect, and I think you know, as an athlete going to the collegiate level, understanding that there's layers to everything is really important. So that's awesome. Sleep. Is that?
We try. The other night, I mean, I got home at like, we finished practice at 9:30, so I got home at 10 because it's a 30-minute drive away from my house.
Yeah.
And then I have to eat, and then I shower, and then I'm like finishing assignments that I can and it's like, well, look at that, it's like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Well, I just want to say you handle it so well. Dakota is someone who comes in every day, never complains, always does what's asked of her, is an incredible teammate. So we're very fortunate. I know I've said it a lot, but our seniors, Brooke and Dakota, are awesome.
Yes.
So what about you, Mia? I mean, obviously you've had PT, you have to rehab, injury prevention is really big for you. What are extra things that you do on the side to kind of keep your health in priority?
Yeah, so I guess it's been 3 times a week, so I'm changing it up. But I go before school, and me and Samantha Kane, we drive. She picks me up at 5:30.
Okay.
So I wake up around 5, make my lunch and breakfast, and we go to PT. It's like this really cool thing. It's like STEM, so they inject you with needles, and it gets, I guess, your
That doesn't
collagen.
sound fun to me.
It's
Your
not
definition
fun.
of fun is
It's
very
not
different than
fun. I do some like exercises, but I try and do that just to give myself more confidence on the court and just to feel better, because I still struggle with like tendinitis and stuff like that, which is just lovely.
Yeah.
But I do that. I also try to make the most of time in class. Like if I have studies or like free bells, like I will do my homework because I know I don't have time when I get home.
It is very important.
Yes.
And just to be clear, she said 5 a.m. That is very early. That is before the sun comes up. Okay, well, as we wrap up, I just have one more question for you guys. We always talk about balance, and we talk about basketball teaching us life lessons. And for me, it's really important not only to help you guys be the best basketball players you can be, but also to be the most strong, confident women that you guys can be. So what do you think is the most valuable lesson or a lesson that you've learned through basketball that you'll kind of carry with you?
Yeah, I think the other day when we sat down and we were talking about like making a group stronger or a team stronger, it's like you have to be the best version of yourself by like having respect, being nice to others, and like that will translate to making the group better. And if I respect you, then of course you're going to respect me back, and like we're all going to live better and as a group. So I think carrying that on when I'm going to be working big girl job and
Absolutely.
being in like a community, like I have to respect one another to make our community better.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
What about you, Mia? What will you take with you?
I think the value of hard work. It sounds kind of cheesy, but like Kevin Durant was like, I always remember this. It was like, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
Yeah.
And like that's always stuck with me, and like I always think about that, like no matter what, you just got to keep working, like no matter what position you're in, keep working. And that's always been a big thing that I've learned from basketball.
That's really great. And I know both of you guys are tremendously hard workers, obviously with the schedules that you have, the extra work you put in to stay healthy. I couldn't be more proud of both of you guys. Love you guys dearly. And so thanks for joining me today. So we're going to wrap up. Hands in. Braves on 3. 1, 2, 3. Braves!
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.